Aloha, my beloved family. So, man, I don't know how you guys feel, but after yesterday and after the build up to this and what was accomplished, like, I feel spectacular. And I hope that you do too. So, got something that we want to share simply because this has come up through handfuls of fields and with many of our family. And I know a lot of you guys participated in global meditations through various different groups, whether on your own or whether for some of the larger global ones. Like anybody that participated and chose to go in to meditate and actually like be your best version of yourself, to be in your heart during that. Like we just want to say thank you. And we want to share just something really brief, bring in some codes, simply because it's something that, yes, many of these meditations and the work being done was hijacked. This is happening all the time on a level that is pretty much unfathomable until you start to go through the layers. But there's layers for a reason, because if you go from here to here, it's like, so you go here to here, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm grounded. Then you go here, and you're like, then it's like, whew, just a process. So, but what was needing to be done yesterday was accomplished. And each and every one of you guys helped create a field that allowed for this new blueprint for Universe 13 that we brought to life. And each and every one of you guys that have cleared the back doors of the consciousness traps, that have actually like freed yourself, the service that you were able to help provide and bring in, Saria Soshamari, Samuria Mosha Kamaria Takiamoshi Aya Notoshamo, Shokoria Motoshi Amoria Tu, Samotoshaka Aishimoria Sinuama. And to all of our family, regardless of what's going on right now, like Sha'aria Motokia Motoria Shakitikia Mori Tinia Tatsatia Aria Sakamato Shikinia Tariakom. Just remember, as each and every one of you guys make the decision to free yourself and can understand what this means and how to do this, the power that you hold to create massive change, to do things. We've got a lot to share. We'll keep things simple, but just know each person that gains their freedom, the impact you're able to make is more than hundreds of thousands of those that are still stuck in this system. So, to each and every one of you, to the remaining council of 12 that we are looking for, to our council of 144, and to our family of 144,000. We are doing this together as one. We are helping our family each step of the way. Right now, one thing that is being put into motion, that has been put into motion, that we are in the later stages of, is the resurrection of our fallen seraphim family of the Golden Sun DNA template. The Golden Diamond, Rainbow Diamond DNA template fully restored. This is what's begun. This is what's unfolding over the coming days, weeks, months. Just get ready. There's a lot of you that are going to be receiving this. So, one thing I do want to say before we bring these codes in is with this new blueprint, with what was put into motion, the work, if you so choose, to assist in restoring our planet and freeing and liberating our family, and identifying, collapsing, and bringing forth entirely new systems, our family, in order for the rest of our family to be able to begin this deep level of healing, remembrance and rebirth, transmutation, transfiguration, and transformation. We must have the core pillars, the foundation reestablished to facilitate this, so that people can take weeks or days, weeks, months to go through the process that is necessary for their individual growth. So this is why there are many things that will be coming into motion, but right now the core 4 pillars: healthcare, housing, food redistribution, and education. Some of you guys that might receive this might be like, what kind of ideas is he thinking? It's not me, it's the we. And it's all part of this divine plan. And I promise you, it's everything that every single person wants. And there might be aspects that might be similar to other systems. But there's a reason why all of these different systems have never been able to work. And now they can. But it's still a process, my family. So be patient with yourself. Be loving with yourself. Be patient and loving with your family, with your friends. Everybody's going through a lot, whether they realize it or not. So it's something that now with this new framework, my family, choose unity. Choose divine, unconditional, everlasting love for everyone, everything. Choose sovereignty. Choose freedom. Choose joy, bliss, happiness. Okay. Take that. Ground yourself within your heart. Allow this to flow through you and through all. And know that all work that you are doing is able to now come online, come to life in a way that hasn't been able to before. Some of you guys have noticed these shifts and changes over the last few years, over the last few months, even over the last few days. This is going to continue growing, all right? It's not going to stop, ever. We never stop growing. But this will be happening in phases because we're helping our family through this process. It's not who can get there fast. It's who can get there while being here and stand united as one to help all of our family. And dude, the ritual work, just all of the work, grids, ley lines, magic, alchemy, everything. The sacred sciences are being restored fully. But these sacred sciences and the new upgrade to the original Christic code for our universal system has a certain level of a fail-safe attached to it. And so it's something that all the fallen, all the dark magic, the shadow, the black magic grids and systems are crumbling, are being shut down, are unraveling. So the power, the things that were used to feed these areas beforehand, if you've been in these darker sciences and fields and you've actually been able to do some of the really incredible things, because although people don't realize it, there are more of us out there that are doing things that people don't even believe to be possible. And all I will say is that if you were feeding those areas and you're still choosing to do that work, you're going to be receiving a lot less from it. And those that choose to free themselves, that choose to identify and step away from that of which is only partially known or is not known at all, that's being copied. Like, I'm just going to say certain things. Dude, if you're studying Crowley's work, throw it out 100%. If you've studied Solomon's work and a lot of the Solomonic aspects, these have been majorly distorted. Huge. Huge. Nothing is as it seems. These symbols, these sigils, these languages that people are using are dangerous and fallen. These are artificial. There's so many different variations, but it is a level of traps that if people are using these, it is working against your growth and the growth of all. Like the highest good for everybody. And those that are choosing to recognize this and want to actually stand for the highest good of all can begin a process of receiving and retrieving certain keys and codes that can unlock the sacred sciences within. You can say and think all you want, but until you are here and you are actually aligned with all you are, you're only going to hold a partial level of this. This has been withheld for a very long time for a reason. They are called the sacred sciences for a reason. Even the law of one is considered a sacred science. And this universal system, the upgrade to everything, is being encoded and based off of this sacred science of the law of one. This is what? We'll just say this is what has been decided and agreed upon for our universal system by those that have had and played a role with the creation of the system that we are in now. So whether or not this makes a lot of sense, just know it's everything that you've wanted, and each and every one of you have played a role, just like in creating this, just like the world we see now has been created by each and every individual, collectively, consciously, unconsciously. And there were those that were consciously aware that could steer this in a different direction. Now that polarity is being reversed. Everybody is equal. Everybody has the right to know and has the right to choose. Okay? So this is what we're helping restore. But yeah, so just know that each and every one of you guys that have already been doing this work, like, step into your God self-embodiment, your God power, your God sovereign and free power, energy, embodiment. And just watch what you can do. And with each step that you move forward, verifying this to yourself, your power, your authority, what you're able to do is going to jump up over. It's going to get higher and higher and higher. So have fun with this. Okay? So, let's see. We have a lot to share, more that will be shared later on. If you've been following our videos, you'll see that we've been slowly, incrementally, just dropping a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. And it's going to be picking up really, really, really fast. So, it's so funny. For some reason, what time is it? 12:45? Okay. I guess we're going to keep this one a little bit shorter. It's a pretty direct message to be a little shorter. I'm going to bring in some codes. There's more to share about this. But apparently the key aspect that was needing to be shared today, which is awesome so I can keep doing what I'm needing to do, has already been relayed. And what's needed to be shared now, outside of that, are these codes that I'm going to share. So if you want to receive these codes, get in a relaxed place, put your hand on your heart. You can close your eyes, keep them open, whatever resonates with you. For each individual that's ready to receive these codes, we call in the personal ascension guides and teams, our highest crystal guardian family, the Aurora host, our Aurora families, to assist in the integration and receiving of all codes, and to hold these codes to the point of divine perfection for them to come to life within each and every individual. 1 second. Oh, by the way, you guys, for anybody that's dealing with any type of sickness, illness, that's concerned about this, we've got some phenomenal medicines. Some incredible nutraceuticals. Some incredible alchemy. So whether you're wanting to boost your immune system, help empower your family, or just begin to upgrade all that you are so this process can happen as smooth and as graceful and as epically as possible, reach out. Let us know. Got some pretty neat things. Oh. Sario mo shamoru wo. Samoria sashimoto kiati amo shakamatari yako shikomoto. Shamoria sa autushimatu. Shamotoria ki asa ama ashum. Sakatatututushum. Shakatutututu. Shamoria samatia. Miataria chiamo shinyatsuto chiamoto. Samananyau. Sakamataria shamoria motoria kosho komotoria ko. Saria samasha shashashu. Sakamaria katakasia moria kashakatiaria tushikimoa. Umoa narua. Oshamariu shua shum shum. Saria shakamataria tu. Shumoria shakontoria mataria samataya tu. Ia mosha katututum. Simata tutututututu. Saria shum. Sakata shum. Sakata shum. Sakata shum. Sakata shum. Aria shuku shum shum shum. Shum. Sar shum. Sakata tututu shum. Sar shum. Samotoria sukotoshi niato. Omo. O saria takamata tukushum. Sakatoto. Sakaria shum. Sakata tututu shum. Shum 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 shum. Shum shum shum. Hum. Shum shum shum. Shum. Shum 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 shum. Sakar shum. Sakaria sokototututum. Simioria sokototutum. Sa ura umataria koshaka mataria kum. Somotaria kia motaria sheka motoria kum. Sha uriumotota. Oria shu. Shokon motoria kuma. O matiara ko. Shomo. Hum. 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 Shum. 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 Sakar shum, 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 haria shukutu shum, saka orrum, shotu shum, shum, tu shum, go, tu, saka tutu, haria tutu, oria shum, sakare, este kia moto shum, saka tutu shum, saka tar shum, saka tu shum, 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 saka shum, Amor, Sakamoto, Sha, Yamor, Yama, Shu, Shu, Tum, Saria Shukum, Samati Ariatu Shukamataria Sum, Sa Shum, 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 Sa Shum, Sha, Shum. Ariamo samashino simoniaria no dojo komotoria komotoria shokomoto tu. All right. No, for some reason I'm receiving. Some of you guys, I've had to explain this to a couple people today. Some of you guys might feel very like airy, light, lifted, like energized, vibrating, tingly. Other people might just feel a little body temperature raised, or you might even feel a little anxiety, like a little like, what is this? What is this? Like maybe it's internal, maybe it's throughout your reality. Know that whatever you're experiencing is exactly what you're meant to be experiencing. And there's so many reasons for all of these. We won't go into them now. But just know, take everything. There's a reason we ask for what can be received now to be received by those that are ready. If something is received before your body systems have been healed, restored, reconnected, it can be like, let's just say it can be very uncomfortable. And if your body can't handle it, it can be dangerous. This is not about rushing. This is about doing this as smooth and gracefully and fun as possible. This is what we're here to help you with. So, so I'm being asked to actually continue or to see just a little bit more about the hijacking, because apparently this is going to be confusing for some people. Like, how can my intentions, how can my heart-based resonance, how can this thing I want to do for our family, for the world, how can that ever be hijacked? How can that ever be manipulated? How can that ever be wrong? First of all, there is no wrong or right. There's just lessons and choices that you can make. There are anti-life choices and there are everlasting life choices. And we just want each person to really see and understand. Because this sucks. Literally, you guys, there are things that can be seen and understood, and if you simply look at them and know what to look for, and you're like, you can feel it in your heart. And it's like, even right now, it's like we can stand strong here. We are here to identify and clear distortions. But look at this. Dude, this tapestry back here is freaking amazing. You can't even see the whole thing. But boom, 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 boom. Like literally, we have the most epic artwork. We have the most epic everything. Clothes, jewelry, all this stuff. Like those of our family that's like on the circuit, that has lived these sovereign lives, that have like traveled, connected, that have gone to a lot of these transformational like events and connections. Like, dude, you know how how much so many things that are like, just even the one example behind us, that. Like, did you guys see the global meditation thing? It was literally like the one asking for 1 million people. The main photo was a planet with this around it. This is not natural, you guys. This goes against true everlasting life. Like, that is a frequency fence, a net fence. Something that luckily what was trying to be seeded, we'll just say it didn't happen. Like, but what did need to happen? Sharushnia imoyai shmoria shakumori mai shmoria tiani moria tikatariam tu saria karia kiamoria shamoto yamaratu. Everything plays out to divine perfection. Just know this always. So, yeah, so it is something that I was a little bit off on the point. We need to get to the point where people can actually see things, like you can hear both sides of the truth. This is why we choose this. This is why we choose this. Now look at this. Know what you know. Take the framework. Don't even worry about the specifics, all the details, all the crazy science. We could take the framework and trust our heart. And our heart with this framework will help you find truth everywhere, like divine truth, and be able to see it for the way that it is. So, a lot of these hijackings are simply misunderstandings. Things that people only partially understood, misunderstood, or don't understand at all. And have copied, followed, listened to others. They're like, oh, this person gets it. I look up to this person. They're saying this. You know, and even a lot of people that begin these things, you know, like even a lot of like the reverse spin, Merkaba meditations, all these things like that. You know, at first you're like, oh, I can feel energy. And unless you're like some of our family that just like, you know, is here being able to feel, sense, perceive, see all of this, like, you know, you can be so excited. You're like, wow, I feel this. Do you feel this? Holy cow. What is going on? This is real. Everybody says magic and all this stuff is fake, but it's real. What? Like, yeah, it's more real than people can ever, than people realize at this point. And the fallen sides, like the opposing sides, have known this and they've seeded this. This is why, like, literally, like, if you're in a shields are not up, if you're not aware of who you are, if you're not aware, if you cannot see and understand these consciousness traps, they are still a trap you can fall into. If you went through these things back in the day and you're like, no, I'm here now. I don't hear that. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. It's all, you know, unity, love, all of this. Yeah, it is. But if you were there and you didn't know that and you went through and you're right here, you're still going to be holding these things. Okay? This is why even the people that feel like they're the most awakened have barely stepped into any aspect of their power. All right? And it's not until you can stand strong in your sovereignty, stand strong in your power, for you are God, sovereign, and free. And it's time for each and every one of you to remember this. So to stand in your power, we don't need to run, we don't need to be afraid. And you're just like, all right, let's do this. You face it head on. You recognize and choose. Simply, you're like, I didn't understand this then. Now I see this and I can understand this. Now, as the sovereign being that I am, I choose life. Anything outside of this, I release, I let go of, I clear. Okay? You can never release or step away from all that you truly are. All you can do is release and let go of those things that have held you back, that have taken your power, that have kept you locked in this system, that are trying to distract you from who you are. And those that want you to remember and awaken enough so you can access a deeper level of power. So this can be taken from you. Beloved, this has happened to the best of the best. All right? And it's like, dude, we have been like, so glad today is like the day we can, yes, between now and the 14th, which is really important for us and for many of our family. We can rest, we can relax. Holy cow. Oh man, I hope you guys are getting sleep, taking care of yourself. Like, I'm literally about to just go hibernate for freaking like I can't even say it about Sam. Like, that can't even happen. Freaking, like, we got so much going on. I wish. Very soon, very soon. But this is the grand finale, you guys. Everybody's on deck, and we need all hands on deck. Everybody that's ready for this. Okay? So, and already, like, dude, you guys see, like, the amount of support and the amount of people that actually, like, tuned in yesterday? Even if, regardless of what's it at, like, where they were connected with or anything like that, the fact that people made that choice is huge. Like, that is everything. That is what our families, that is what our team, that is what our council is looking for. Okay? Because, okay. This is already longer than it was supposed to be, but not really. I just needed to stop talking about one thing and then bring around to clarify any confusion. So yeah, there are just certain things, you know, and if you listen to my other videos, we break them down lightly, but even things like, you know, one common thing we saw is a lot of people in these meditations are calling in archangels and ascended masters, you know, are like calling in like, you know, moon energy, like all of this stuff to unify. Like, everybody's got their own spin and take on this, but it's something that until you recognize like what has infiltrated these consciousness traps and can identify and understand for yourself, they are still running. Okay? And it's time to identify and close them down once and for all. Be over with this, you guys. Be done with it. Like, unless you want to be sick, unless you want to be in fear, unless you want to be in pain and suffering, or even if you want to be in joy and want to watch other people go through this, like, unless you want that, like, you can free yourself now. Like, you've always been able to do this, but enough have done the work so that we could do this together, because together as one, we have won. Every way, always, always. So, yeah, you know, and don't trust me. You gotta trust yourself, all right? Like, the time to listen to others is over. We find our family. We feel the heart resonance. We feel the truth. We take that framework. We take the pieces. We hold what resonates, and we allow the rest to just do its own thing, knowing that all that we need we will receive in divine, perfect timing. Like, everything is so perfect right now. It's ridiculous. So just know that there are these aspects that, and all aspects, even the fallen aspects, they're all our family. We've just been in the system for a very, very long time. Like, you want to get caught up on like the deep state aspects and all the stuff right here. Like, know that like, as above, so below, as within, so throughout. Like, what we see here and there is played out on so many levels. So we've got people at each side working to address each area, and like, just enjoy this ride. And do all that you feel guided to that comes into your field. Like, trust yourself. Trust what comes into your field, what you scroll by on, what stands out, what catches your eye. You know, like when you're asked a question, if something comes up, like, don't just write it off as a coincidence. Be like, wow, this came into my field. I just asked this. Maybe this has something in there. Read between the lines. Ask questions, though. This is key. So, I don't even know what we were talking about throughout all of these. I know the aspects, but I'm just like, all right. Is there anything else we want to bring in? Saria motoria matatia conto matia sakatatia motoria shika motoria ricotoria shika motoria shikia motoria shikia atiaria kanya motoria shikatotoisha moria kiario koya motoria shikumatatia. Oh yeah, there's never a reason to ever be afraid of any of this, okay? When you remember who you are, like, there's a reason why we are here. All right. So if any fears coming in, if any doubts coming in, just like, let it go. Just love yourself. Allow yourself to embrace and receive all that you are. And I know that our family needs us too. So it's something, but at the same time, you've got to be standing and embodying all that you are to be able to actually be there for others in these degrees. And this is where we're at. So this is yeah. And it's so funny that it aligns with apparently what they would call the resurrection weekend coming up this weekend. Like these storylines, these scenarios, these frameworks play out on so many levels, and the timing is just so funny. So it's really important to be aware of what's going on, you guys. Like, okay, never mind. We're not going to go into that side. All right. I love you guys so much. I'm going to end this session now. Sealing this session in divine unity and divine unconditional love with all of our family that is united and aligned to the service of the sacred science of the law of one. Each and every family member that tunes in, that joins our group, feeling space, that feels this truth, that feels this love radiating. We radiate and share with all. Like, we're literally building up this giant field of unconditional, divine, everlasting love and divine unity. And like, literally, like, I know some of you guys have been a little bit afraid, like, why? We can't give freedom to everybody. These people, these groups, these things. Just think about the impact when you drop a nuclear bomb. Imagine the most divine, celestial bomb of love, of compassion, of forgiveness, of unity. Like, this is going to shake the foundation of everything. But this is also why we need the core foundation established. Because when this happens, man, some of you guys know that have been doing this clearing work and this healing work for years. Like, you know how rough it can be, how intense it can be. So it's like time. We at least help. It's like when people are like, oh, you help the old lady across the street? You could have a little kid or an old person, and one could be older than the other, and one could be younger than the other. We're just perceiving on this. Like, it's so funny. We're here to help everybody. Everybody, everything, everyone. And all you need to do is find out what that means to you at this point in time and start putting your love, putting your light, putting your truth, putting your energy in those fields, in those areas to help our family through this process. And hey, if you do that and another layer opens up, ground out, take time for yourself, heal, relax, release, let go, bring in all that you are, and then just continue. Is like, what's going to happen when this unfolds through our planet, which it already is. Many of you guys can feel this. Many of you guys that we've been on this side, we've been able to see this ourselves. You know, there's things that we can see and observe, growth that's been happening, all of this stuff, like in our family units, in our friends, you know, people that like couldn't even grasp these concepts, were so triggered before, are now starting to have them in dreams and meditations, are starting to have things. That's right, dream plane. Be very discerning of what you're receiving, because the dream plane is also one of the most heavily manipulated and distorted areas right now. It's something that's being cleared and liberated, but just be aware of that. So, okay. Okay, I guess we'll close this. This is 777 gigabytes, and we're about to hit the 3333. So we shared enough. I love you, my family. Have a blast with this. Get ready for everything that's coming. I'll talk to you soon.